Good morning. We've got a lot of clouds. We've had a lot of weather, rain the last 24 hours. I'm already been out and about this morning with early appointments. So we're going to talk about Revelation 4 today. John goes deeper into his vision, and it's very reminiscent of Ezekiel and Daniel's visions. God on a throne, jewels, brilliance, surrounded by 24 thrones and 24 elders, as they're called, seven similar to the first part of the vision with 7 lampstands. There's 7 torches and 4 beings that are in front of God or around God too. And that's supposed to represent the sevenfold spirit of God. I think this is how it was described. And the 4 beings have a face of an ox. One is an ox, one is a lion, one is an eagle, and one is a human. And they each have 6 wings that are covered on the backside and the inside with eyes all over. And they're worshiping. They're day and night, they're worshiping. And every time they worship, that God is the creator and, calling for worship, all the elders on the throne get up off their thrones, kneel, bow down, take their crowns off. So there's this whole vision and imagery. It's like, wow, it's spectacular. And just a reminder here, just in case anybody's new to what I'm doing, I am not a scholar, historian, theologian. I'm just a regular old person reading the Bible every day and reading the Bible for the first time. And even hopefully demonstrating that by spending time with it, that there's a lot of practical everyday lessons. Now, this vision and this book is written that has a lot of historical significance at the time, and I know there's a lot of scholarly stuff that it is talking about, and historical stuff that at the time of the writing and in context means a lot of things. But without knowing all that and having to spend hours researching all of that, how can you get something out of this when you don't know all of this? So let me tell you. Here's what I got out of it. When I looked at these numbers and even being surrounded, and then the idea of the worshiping of the creator, was the term law and order came to my mind. And the patterns, a couple of days ago, the first, day with Revelation, I talked about the pattern of personality. Well, our universe, our experience here on Earth is governed by all kinds of different patterns and consistent patterns that are even talked about as laws of gravity, there's different laws of physics, laws of time, like these laws that we all are beholden to, that worship at the feet of the creator of them, because he created them. It's things that we don't have a choice about. But as thinking beings, and beings with consciousness, we always think we're a little special and that somehow we can game the system. Am I right? There's phrases out there like even tempting fate, where we try to really be the exception to these rules. And yet at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. The laws are the laws. And when you follow the laws and you bow down to them, and there is order. Laws create order. And it helps us organize our time, our calendar. So when I saw these numbers, I was thinking 24 hours in a day, 12 months in a year, 4 seasons in a year, that govern the cycles of growth and how we track celestial movement, all of these things that help us order our lives and even give pattern to our lives. But then if we box it in too much, sort of what the Old Testament did, we saw that they kept going through the same cycles of they'd do good for a while, then they would get complacent, or they'd think they were the exception. The rules don't apply to them. They'd try to change the rules. They'd have negative consequences, and then they'd get back into line. And, they were on this cycle. And then, so they had order in a sense when they were doing well and following the rules and observing them. But then they'd always get off track. And so then Jesus came, and then there was a new order. He showed us how to not just see the laws as a set of rules, but how to understand the spirit of everything, and even getting us to understand the spirit of love and that God really is love. And when we really accept that in our full humanity, we actually have a better order. We get along better. We're more intrinsically motivated. We don't have to be as externally governed by literal laws. We willingly even become a slave to them, because we're like, oh, when I observe God's natural laws and how he's organized things, and rather than resist them or try to be the exception to them and realize, oh, I'm not that special, I actually experience life in a really special and profound way because of my non-specialness. And I just go along with it. You submit freely to the new order, to love, and become a slave to it. And then you have even more order than you had before, because it's a new and better order. Because there's a new and better understanding and even agreement with the laws, a deeper understanding, rather than the sort of, for lack of a better term, more the immature view or understanding that people had in the Old Testament, and needing the strict rules, dietary rules, societal rules, blah, blah, blah. So not that we still don't need those, obviously we do, but as individuals that get what Jesus was talking about and get this new world order, start to have a different experience and even relate to their humans in a different way, other humans. Through the laws of love. Okay, well, that's what I've got for today. Hope you like my interpretation and what I got out of it, and you can get something out of it too. And we'll talk about Revelation 5 tomorrow. Bye.